I'd like to start my message with a little excerpt by Frederick Lewis Donaldson. There is no wealth without work, pleasure without conscience, knowledge without character, commerce without morality, science without humanity, worship without sacrifice, politics without principle, and life without food. I'm extremely honored to be here this evening to celebrate this great milestone, the Silver Jubilee of brand CAI. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge and thank Chef Sudhakar and Rao for giving me this opportunity to speak on behalf of the alumni of brand CAI. But just before I share a little about my journey so far and my learnings from brand CAI, I'm filled with immense gratitude for all my chefs, faculty, teaching and non-teaching staff for all their contributions to brand CAI so far. Without you, each of our success would never have been possible. You made a difference in each of our lives, and we are truly grateful. In the heart of Bangalore, Shivaji Nagar, next to a tea shop and a grocer that have been since closed their doors, there was once a bakery. Back in 1888, P.V. Kuppuswamy Naidu opened his own bakery on that block, serving butter and masala biscuits. Fresh breads, Japanese cakes, honey cakes, decadent wedding cakes that climbed 2 to 3 tiers. Naidu Bakery has lived on for 97 years, run by 3 generations, fueling a bakery culture that would become a timeless part of the city. Though it shut down in 1982, the legacy of baked goods for the family and that Shivaji Nagar block wasn't over yet. Passion for baking skipped a generation. So I'm Priyank Sukhanand, the 5th generation baker, and I revived my great-great-grandfather's dream in December 2018. I renamed it to Bangalore Connection 1888. Today it stands as a heritage to the city of Bangalore. As a student just out of school, I knew exactly where I wanted to be, and that was brand CAI. Just until I went for my personal interview round at the entrance examination, I met Chef Sudhakar and Rao for the first time, and Mr. Bomi Patel. Chef Sudhakar and Rao remembered that during his training at the Taj Bangalore, the training manager happened to be my father. He was a campus recruit by Taj Hotels as a management trainee, with an additional portfolio of handling interns, attendants, and stipend. That sweet, memorable connection continues on. From one teacher to another, I humbly thank these 2 gentlemen for all their encouragement. If I may, my father did hold back on Chef Sudhakar Rao's stipend once. Reasons remain unknown to me. My fond memories of CAI are definitely those long journal writings, and especially with those costing and photographs, all that was due within 12 hours of a deadline. I definitely don't miss that, but I'm so glad we did it. That taught me as an entrepreneur how important archiving and recording moments, recipes, and information is. Each method of training at the academy was rigorous. Indeed, each had its purpose, and each taught us a lesson. One such lesson is what I'd like to share today. Today, I'm classically conditioned to not tolerate grease or dirt, and I'm sure the alumni would agree. We all know what Saturday at the academy was like. Mr. John and Mr. Venkatesh would be gleaming with joy. There's a reason why every utensil in the basic training kitchen seems to sparkle brighter than the ones in a new store. I hear those utensils are celebrating 25 years as well. Training at CAI is rigorous and is a total simulation of the industry within the walls of an academy. Discipline is the biggest lesson, may it be the rules, the long hours, the infrastructure, the faculty, competence, and the overall grooming. They have it all covered. You do not graduate as a chef, but you graduate as a professional ready to take on the industry. So as to say that during my master's diploma at the Cordon Bleu, I stood out amongst a room full of people who just as me didn't have a substantial professional and industrial exposure, but as my bachelor's. Yet I stood out amongst them for the skills I had, and importantly, the foundations were so strong. I'd like to conclude with a quote by Marco Pierre White. All great chefs have 2 things in common. First, they respect nature as their true artist, and they are just cooks. Secondly, everything that they do is an extension of them as a person. On behalf of the alumni present here, the ones around the world, and the students of Brand CAI, I humbly congratulate Chef Sudhakaran Rao and Chef Akshay Kulkarni on this big achievement of the Silver Jubilee of Brand CAI. So I hope the alumni could join me on this. 3 cheers for Brand CAI. Hip hip, hip hip, hip hip. Thank you.